The Middle East has been shaken. An Iranian missile attack, larger than ever before, has left military experts around the world baffled. Even more frightening is the possibility that this massive attack could be the beginning of a global war. How can Israel, even with its defense systems, counter a threat that seems insurmountable? As Tehran threatens to wipe out Israel, tensions between Iran and the West are reaching boiling point. New information about the potency of Iranian missiles raises a serious question. Does Iran actually possess operational nuclear weapons? In this video, we analyze what this escalation means and what dangers it poses for the entire world. Risk of World War. Military experts from leading think tanks around the world are still stunned after yesterday's massive Iranian missile attack on Israel. They speak of the most violent attack on Israel in the entire history of the conflict between these two nations. In view of yesterday's events, almost all renowned experts and analysts agree that the current situation in the Middle East could trigger a new world war. Massive Iranian strikes. My friends, as you know, Iran launched a massive missile attack on Israel during the night of October 1st. Although Israeli air defenses were active, independent groups recorded dozens of explosions across Israel. According to reports, Iran used over 500 ballistic missiles with varying capabilities in this attack. Israel, on the other hand, continues to claim that Iran only used 180 missiles and that its own air defenses intercepted most of them. Reactions and analyses. Later, Pentagon and British intelligence officials stated that Iran had indeed used 200 ballistic missiles with varying capabilities in the attack on Israel. Whatever the actual number, this attack was the largest ever carried out against Israel. It is also important to note that Washington and London claimed they had successfully strengthened Israeli air defenses, which allegedly helped Jerusalem avoid major damage from Iranian ballistic missiles. It is a fact that Iran used Fateh missiles in this attack, which can reach an incredible speed of 10,000 miles per hour. Statements from Tehran. Regarding the use of such powerful missiles against Israel, Tehran said it was in retaliation for the killing of Hamas politician Ismail Haniyeh, Hezbollah leader in Lebanon, Hassan Nasrallah, and the commander of the Quds Force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, General Abbas Nilfarushan. In addition, Tehran officially declared that this missile attack on Israel was just a taste of their power, and should Israel dare to retaliate, they would completely destroy the Jewish state. General Ismail Kosari of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards had strong words, saying Israel should think very carefully before even considering retaliation against Iran. He said that if Israel were foolish enough to attack Iran, they would use other missiles so powerful that they would shock the whole world. What these even more powerful missiles are is still a mystery. Iranian military capabilities. Because of all this, many independent experts believe that Iran already possesses tactical nuclear weapons that could wipe out Israel. Rafael Grossi, the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, reinforces these fears. He said Iran has amassed enough highly enriched uranium to build several nuclear warheads for its ballistic missiles. In addition, experts noticed that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appeared very nervous as he stood in a bunker and threatened Iran with retaliation. In the footage, the Israeli Prime Minister's hands can even be seen shaking. All of this suggests that Israel and its key ally, the United States, do not know for sure whether or not Iran possesses nuclear weapons. Furthermore, yesterday's missile attack on Israel showed the world that Israeli air defenses cannot stop Iranian missiles. This means that if Iran does indeed possess nuclear weapons, Israel would not be able to shoot them down. Although Israel is trying to hide the extent of the damage caused by the Iranian missile attack, pictures of explosions at Israeli military installations, including air bases, keep appearing on the internet. In addition, the well-known news agency Shafana, citing its own sources in the Iranian military, reported that 20 F-35 fighter jets were destroyed in yesterday's missile attack. These jets were stationed at Israeli air bases in northern and western Israel. International reactions. Against this backdrop, Washington said the United States had begun building a coalition to launch a military operation to protect Israel from Iran. Washington is said to be very concerned about the possibility that Iran actually possesses nuclear weapons. Washington sources say the Pentagon has already begun planning a surprise attack on Iran. This surprise attack on Iranian military installations is intended to completely cripple the country's ability to launch missiles and prevent Tehran from deploying its ballistic missiles in time. The fact that Benjamin Netanyahu's hands were shaking suggests that he is unsure how a future war with Iran will unfold, and that he is truly afraid of a direct conflict with Tehran. The fact that Israel has not yet responded to the Iranian missile attack and instead continues to bomb Beirut instead of Tehran shows that things are not going according to Benjamin Netanyahu's plan. Potential consequences. Yesterday's massive Iranian missile attack proved that Tel Aviv is currently not prepared for a full-scale war with Tehran, so we can assume that all these Western air defense systems and other NATO weapons will be sent to Israel very soon instead of Ukraine. The fact is that before the United States can launch a major military operation against Iran, it must significantly strengthen Israeli air defenses and the Israeli army. For this reason, Washington will have to cut off military and financial aid to Ukraine, which means that the government in Kiev, led by Volodymyr Zelensky, is likely to capitulate in a matter of weeks. Implications for the United States. It may sound terrible, but the next major war in the Middle East could actually be beneficial to the United States. First, this war would give Washington a reason for the defeat in Ukraine and help save face. From now on, Washington can say that the United States left Ukraine to help Israel. Second, a military operation against Iran would allow the United States to secure the Strait of Hormuz and to take action against the Houthis in Yemen, who continue to attack Western military and cargo ships in the Red Sea. Conclusion. However, Washington can only achieve all of this if the US-led Western coalition can completely defeat Iran in a war. And since Iran has allies like Russia and China, many experts doubt that the United States and Israel can actually defeat Tehran.